Hi guys, this is Magical Essences for you with your reading for the signs of Cancer for the month of September 2020. I hope you guys are having a good day or night or evening, whatever it is that you guys are watching this. And I hope that my messages resonate with you guys and can help you, with whatever situation you guys might be going through this month. Okay, spirits come forth and give me messages for the signs of Cancer for this month of September 2020. Thank you. For Cancer, September 2020. Sorry, I had to move the camera a little bit. Okay. And yeah, I think that's it. Cool, so let's start. So first we got the Queen of Cups. The Queen of Cups. It sort of resembles you, you know? So the Queen of Cups is usually a creative woman, a secretive woman. It could be the other woman. It could be somebody who is gossipy or vindictive, a little bit emotional. Sounds kind of Cancers. Not to bash on you guys, but Cancers tend to be very emotional, especially during the full moon. So let's see here. There's a lot of Cancer signs or Cancer cards here. So let me just turn it around. So let's see. With the Four of Pentacles, I feel like there's something that you're holding on to. It could be, you could be dealing with, purchasing a property or something to do with your household. You could be doing some type of property renovations. You could be setting down some roots for project stability. But what the energy that I sort of feel off of the Four of Pentacles is of somebody who it's holding on to something very, very tightly. And if that's the case, if you are afraid of letting something go, you need to ask yourself why. Because of the Four of Cups here, the Four of Cups to me symbolizes emotional indecision. It's kind of like the way that he's sitting down. He already has 3 cups right here, right? But he's looking into the distance and looking at the bigger cup, sort of like saying, gosh, I want that one. Like, these don't matter. I want that one. So to me, it's saying be grateful of what you do have. And aside from that, you have to question yourself, why is it that you are not content with what you do have? Like how the grass is always greener on the other side, right? So you might be seeing that as, oh my god, like that one is so much bigger, so much shinier, maybe, and you have 3 right here. but you don't know if this one is full, and you do, like, you already know what you have, but this one is still sort of like calling out to you. It's emotional dissatisfaction or emotional baggage. You could be tired of you could be emotionally tired of something. You could be just overthinking something, thinking that what you have is not good enough for you. And I say that because of the Queen of Cups, like the queen is a queen. What more can a person want? You're already the queen. You might be refusing to see a good situation and only focusing on the bad things, which that sort of makes sense if you look at it, this, like, these two together. Like, you might be just focusing on the negative, and you're holding on to that thought of it being negative and just being negative. Now, for the Page of Cups, it's usually somebody young, very creative, very expressive. It does sometimes symbolize, a message of an emotional nature. So you might be telling somebody how you're feeling, but again, I mean, to me, the most important thing, it's looking at things in a very logical way, and not just one side, but also looking at the other side, like the other person, what it is that they're doing. So if you are not happy with your significant other, and you feel like they could be treating you better, or if you feel like they're not doing, their the end of what they should be doing based on a relationship, you you may let them know that. You may let them know, like, hey, what's going on. We're supposed to be doing this together, but are you in it or are you not? So that's kind of like the energy that I'm feeling off of those three cards. You're holding on to something, whether it be positive or negative, but you are not really seeing what it is that you have. You're only seeing what you want and that you don't have. And you may become vocal about it. Now, as far as for the Temperance, that usually signifies, your guardian angel watching over you. It could mean that, you could be praying praying so that you can understand the situation better, or so that you're able to make the necessary changes. It does mean, being patient, having self-control. So if you feel like you're gonna tell somebody, you're gonna give somebody your peace of mind, I do suggest for you to really think about what you're gonna say rather than just say it. And I say this because this happens to me like a couple of weeks ago, where I was going through some things, and I sort of just said certain things that later on, going back and in retrospect, I was like, dang, I shouldn't have said that. And then, you have to apologize, and you kind of have to make it up to them. And I'm not saying that you shouldn't apologize, but I'm just saying, like, why say things that are going to make the relationship, go towards the side, or go towards, something that you don't want. Because I do see the Five of Wands here. So I suggest, for you to think about it, think about what you say, and then say it. Because you don't know, like, you might think that what you're saying is true to you. And I'm not denying nobody's, emotional state or what they're going through. But I do suggest for you to be kind in your words. Sometimes we say things because of we're mad, we're angry, we're emotional. But, words hurt. And if you're trying to have a relationship with somebody, or any type of relationship, whether it's, daughter, mother, father, son, significant other, or even work colleagues, you have to be kind with your words, because you don't know how the other person, how their situation, their personal life is. And then you just say things, and you're shattering people. So, be mindful, have self-control of what you say, try to make sound decisions, that would work out for everybody involved. um, it could be compromising something. So it might be, that you want to have entire control of another person, and you know that's not how it works. You can't control other people. You can't control how other people think, how they react, how they act. You might tell, like, if they are acting in a way that it's hurting you, then yeah, by all means, speak up and say something. Tell them when they're hurting you. Tell them when their words are causing you pain, when they're making you feel, less. And I mean, like, and I really mean this because, from history, from my personal experience, when you are in a relationship where you're being belittled, degraded, like, you should not take that. You should not take that from anybody. So if that's what's going on with you, speak up and say something. If you are, God forbid, in that situation where, you are getting hurt, get out of it. Like, don't even, don't care about yourself, care about your safety. So that's sort of what I'm seeing for some of you. I'm just giving up examples. I hope that nobody is going through that situation, or of physical, verbal, and emotional abuse. I've been there. It is not a good thing. You do get scarred for life, but you have to, make the decision. That's, if you are in that situation, you need to make sure, that you get yourself out. The sooner the better. So I just hope that that's not for others of you, the ones that are, that you guys are in a good relationship or in a good job, and you guys are just looking at the bad. Take a look at what it is that you take a look at the good things. Be grateful for the good things that you have. And in doing so, the law of attraction does work. The more grateful you are, the more you're going to be receiving it. So I think I already said the Queen of Cups. I need to go into the Five of Wands. Now the Five of Wands, to be completely honest, it's not one of my favorite cards, just because whenever I do readings for like myself, because I do that from time to time, I just don't like seeing it. To me, that just means confrontation, petty fights, petty confrontations, any type of verbal conflicts, it's competition, mental struggle, rebellion, delays, deciding between will and desire. However, this card, I think all cards tend to have, a negative connotation and a positive connotation. So for the Five of Wands, even though, you might be going through certain things, maybe some type of like verbal bickering, especially in a relationship, there's, with the Five of Wands here, there's always room for improvement. That's how I like to see this card. Just because when there's confrontation, things come out, the truth comes out. So backtracking to the emotional message. It could be that you may say what you're feeling, and that can create a fight. But try to look at it this way. In any type of confrontation, there's always room for improvement. There's always room for you to do something that can potentially bring you to a place when you can rebuild. So keep that in mind. I wouldn't say fight. I would say, speak your truth. Let them speak their truth, and see if there's any way that you guys can compromise into something to maybe make it work. And if you know deep down in your heart that you just don't want this, then make a commitment to to work things out for everybody's well-being. Don't go into the pettiness that can arise from confrontation, from not being on the same page. Now, I do see on the past, you are holding on to something, Cancer. You're holding on to something very, very tightly. And it seems to me like you try to make it work, try to have this, to me, for once means family. So it seems to me like you were holding on, trying to make something work within your household, within your family, your marriage. It could be, work related sometimes, 'cause, when we're working, we spend most of the time, with our coworkers sometimes. And so it looks to me like you may have overexerted yourself to the point where you're just tired and you are only focusing on the negative side rather than in the good side of the relationship. For your current situation, you feel like, I don't know why I'm getting the feeling of better off alone. Like better off alone, and then I'll do what I want with the Six of Wands here. The Six of Wands, it means victory, success, feelings of triumph, outward recognition for your hard work, overcoming obstacles, winning. The promise of fulfillment is genuine. So some of you may say, F this, I'm done. Cut whatever ties, you're done. I can do better by myself. And I say that because there's 3 cups here, but you're looking at only one. The Queen of Cups here, it's sort of like holding her own and carrying her own cup. And then here, it's like, you're the bad bitch. Like that's who you are. That's how you see yourself. For the Hierophant, maybe you wanted marriage. Maybe you wanted something a little bit more serious, something more traditional. However, it might be that you may want the approval of something. It's a dogmatic energy sort of that I feel with it. But at the same time, it could be that you're looking for a spiritual guidance, which sort of makes sense if you're looking into this, right? Excuse me. So Hierophant is usually, following traditions, what you wanted, or what you dreamt of, So on these is what you want. This is your current situation or the current energies. And there might have been a change. Your past is saying, that you were holding on to it. You were transmuting fire into water. It could have been, action into emotions. Or you were doing something, or you did something that ended up, with you having really strong emotions. And then with the Four of Wands here, what that tells me is that you were trying to do everything within your power to make this happy home. However, something happened that made you change from that perception, that made you not be happy with what you have, but wanting something new, something more, and then deciding that you can get that on your own. Now, for your future, I feel like you're going to be saying that to somebody, and that's going to create fights, an altercation, and that's going to leave you looking into, a higher energy, or having more faith within yourself, because this to me it symbolizes like faith. And it's kind of funny, to say the least, how they're all sort of like looking this way. See, this one's looking this way, this one's looking this way. The only ones that are not is this one, and this one, and this one. Let's see what is at the bottom, or the energies. Yep. Messages, communication, fast communication at that. So whatever it is that you're feeling, you're going to let that known. You're going to speak up. And somebody's going to hear you. That may be good, that may not, but somebody's definitely going to hear, what you have to say. And I mean, it's not bad, My only suggestion would be to be very careful of the actions that you make. Be careful of the actions that you make in the heat of the moment. That would be my only suggestion. Just try to, think of what you're going to say, how you're going to say it, how you're going to make your point to somebody, so that you don't create a bigger fight, a bigger problem, because sometimes when we just go on and on and on and on, like, you're just creating a bigger problem. So let me just give you the oracle cards to see what guidance you can use for this month of September, Cancer. And oracle cards, please give me the best guidance message that you could give Cancers for the month of September. And it's the Cup. Look at that. I heard beat yourself. Beat yourself. So the Chalice in this oracle deck means drink deep from the vessel of life and love. Feel yourself connected to the waters of the world, one in harmonious union with all beings. You are offered a chance to seek your bliss. Answer the call. Your keywords to focus on this month is blessing, communion, and love. Your affirmation for this month is I love and I am loved. Your challenge, or what you need to ask yourself to overcome the challenges, what part of your spirit needs healing? We all need healing from one thing or another. And the best thing that we can do for ourselves and for others is to heal ourselves. Take care of yourself and you'll be able to take care of others. Okay, so I hope you guys liked this reading. If you did, if you connected, like, subscribe, share, comment below. You know what to do. So yeah, have a good one, guys. Bye.